If you have got a small wrist like me, then this video is for you. Today we have the HK11 Mini Plus, the latest 41mm version by Huawei. It features a 41mm dial, 1mm smaller than the Apple Watch Series 11. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at all of its features. But before we start, I see still a lot of you are not subscribed to the channel. So if you can take a moment to hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. You can also subscribe to Unbox with iMAT for the latest product unboxings. If you haven't watched the unboxing on Unbox with iMAT, then the model I have is the global version. So inside it, you will get the smartwatch with the silicone straps as well as a trail loop. And other than that, we have the wireless charger and a user manual. Here is a closer look on the body. It features a glossy frame and comes in 41mm size. Unfortunately, it won't fit the Apple Watch cases since the latest Apple Watch comes in 42mm size. It features a crown key which can be used to scroll and also to go back. And here we have the control center button. Then we get an AMOLED display on top. The colors are really good and it's really smooth, as you can see here. The scrolling is also quite smooth, and just like the HK11 Pro Max and the HK11 Ultra 3, it is also the smoothest Apple Watch alternative in this size. The colors are really vibrant. If you look at the bezel size, they are quite thin, leading to a big display size, and the maximum brightness is also quite high, and the display will be clearly visible in the daylight. After that, it is using strap locks at the back, and the straps won't come out until you press this button and then get the straps out. Here's how it looks on the small wrist of mine. If you are from the small wrist community, leave a thumbs up in the comments. Thanks to the AMOLED display, we also get the always on display option in it, and it can stay on for the whole day or until the battery runs out. If you go to settings and display and brightness, then it comes with 6 always on display styles, 3 with pointer clock and 3 with digital clock. You can also schedule it or turn it on for the whole day. As far as I have checked, the screen off dial can give you around 1.5 days of battery life. Then talking about the normal screen time, it can be a maximum of 30 seconds, or you can use the constant light settings, by which you can keep the display turned on for a maximum of 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes of inactivity, the display is going to turn off. Then we get the palm gesture to turn off the display and the raise to wake gesture to turn it back on. Taking a quick look at the system UI, unfortunately it does not come with the latest watchOS 26 UI. I waited for an update for about 2 to 3 weeks, but it did not come. So we have the control center and widgets page like the older version, and even if you go to the cellular menu style, the icons are not similar to the latest OS 26, but it still looks quite good. The transitions are really smooth, I really like them, and the applications icons are really well designed. Taking a look at the built-in watch faces, we get 7 built-in watch faces. Some of them are similar to the older watchOS version. Unfortunately, we do not have the latest watchOS 26 watch faces, but there are some really good watch faces here. You can install one watch face from the gallery and one watch face from the AI dial market. The AI dial market option was not available in the HK11 Pro Max and the HK11 Ultra 3, but it is available in the HK11 Mini Plus. It works with the Wayfit Pro application. We will talk about it in detail later in the video, but if you go to the devices tab and the popular dial option, then most of the watch faces in its dial market are paid. And if you want to install the free watch faces, you will have to go all the way down to the free dial section. Unfortunately, the latest OS 26 watch faces are not available in the dial market too, even though they are made available for the older HK11 Pro Max and the HK11 Ultra 3 versions. Using the dial market, you will be able to install 4 watch faces in it, which totals to 13 watch faces. And it also features the network sharing option, by which you can install watch faces in it directly. We will be talking about it later in the video. As I mentioned earlier, you can install one watch face from the gallery. Here it is. Here is the album dial, using which you can install your favorite pictures from the gallery as a watch face. Let me show you the one I'm using. Here it is. Being a sports smartwatch, it also comes with a lot of sport modes. You can tap here if you want to customize the goals, otherwise you can directly start it, and when the sports mode is running, it's going to show all of the important metrics. You can also control the media playing on the device while the sports mode is running. Unfortunately, it does not come with GPS inside it, which is a big thing missing in my opinion. And because of the absence of the built-in GPS, you won't be able to record the path of your run, and you also cannot leave your smartphone at home and come back to the starting point just using your smartwatch. So to test if the pedometer can be trusted to count the steps throughout the day or not, I did a pedometer test. So let's head over to that. So I'm back after the pedometer test. Let's take off the smartwatch. So let's go to the pedometer application, and if you scroll down, I reset the smartwatch before starting it, and as you can see that it has counted 1222 steps. I'm going to keep it here. I also took my iPhone with myself to compare the values. If you go to the health application, here it is. I performed the test from 8 to 9 p.m. and here you can see that during this time it has counted 1269 steps. So there's only a difference of 47 steps. So with this, the smartwatch has passed my pedometer test. I was doing random things while performing this test. I went downstairs, went into different rooms, went outside, then came back in the house, came back upstairs to the studio, but still it was quite accurate when compared to my iPhone. After that, if you scroll down and take a look at the other sports applications, then we get the sports record, which stores all of your sports mode data. Then we have the weather application to keep you one step ahead of the weather conditions. And if you compare the values with my iPhone, they are quite similar. The low and high values are the same, although the weather right now is a bit different shown on both of the devices. You can also scroll down to check out the weather conditions for the whole day and also the weather for the upcoming days. In order to make sure that the weather data is synced, you need to give the Wayfit application location access, and also in the weather tab you need to make sure it is turned on, otherwise you won't see the weather data in your smartwatch. As far as I have checked, it does not come with the compass application. It also features many health related applications including the heart rate, blood oxygen and the blood pressure checker, and if you scroll all the way down it also comes with the blood sugar level checker. Although I have to say that the only sensors I trust in these smartwatches are the oximeter sensors, so to test if they are working or not, let's perform an oximeter test. While doing the oximeter test, make sure you are wearing the smartwatch at a 2-finger distance from the wrist bone. Let's turn on the heart rate checker on both of the devices. And here you can see that as of now both of the devices are showing quite similar values. Here you can see that as the value rises on the oximeter, it's also rising on the smartwatch. But this was a pre-workout test. Now I'm gonna do some exercise to see if the smartwatch will still show similar values or not. So I'm back after the workout. Let's take another reading. So the smartwatch is showing 112 beats per minute and the oximeter is also showing similar values, and the values are continuously matching on both of the devices. So now my heart rate is coming back to normal. Let's take a fresh value. I'm gonna turn on the heart rate checker once again on both of the devices, and once again both of the devices are showing similar values. As you can see, we have 81 beats per minute on the oximeter as well as the smartwatch. So the smartwatch has passed my oximeter test, but still I would never recommend you to rely on these smartwatches and always opt for the real health gadgets. Then we have the sleep tracker. I tested it last night and it actually worked pretty well. If you check out the sleep data in the Wayfit Pro application, then according to it I woke up at 4:32 am, and yes, I actually woke up at that time and went back to sleep after about 20 to 25 minutes. Then if you check here, it says that I again woke up at 6:32 am and went back to sleep at around 7:36 am. Once again it's right, I actually woke up for the morning prayer, but it stopped recording the data after 8 am. While the smartwatch was not at fault for that, because if I go back and go all the way down to settings, here it is, and if you scroll down once again, we have the sleep setting here, and here in the sleep tracking, the bedtime was set to 10 pm and the wake up time was set to 8 am. That's why it stopped recording the sleep data after 8 am. It probably works with the weight detection and the pedometer sensors, because I woke up at around 6:30 am and I got up from the bed after about 2 minutes, and then I checked the sleep tracking application at around 6:50 am and it had noted that I woke up at 6:32 am since I started walking at that time. So if you're going to use the sleep tracker, make sure that you are not using the raise to wake option, so that the display does not turn on whenever you are moving your hand while sleeping, and also make sure you are using the do not disturb mode so that the display does not wake up every time you receive a new notification. It can disturb the sleep tracking. After that, if you scroll down, we also get the pressure option here, and currently it thinks that I'm normal. And if you scroll down, we have the mindfulness or breathe training, where you can set the respiratory rate, breathe touch as well as the breathing time, and then you can start it. We also get the MET data here. You can sync all of your health data in the Wayfit Pro application, but unfortunately, as far as I have checked, it cannot sync with Apple Health as well as Strava. Now let's talk a bit about the watch application. Unfortunately, it shows ads and sometimes even full screen ads, which can be really annoying. And there are a lot of ads. It's literally filled with ads. Whether you are going to set a popular dial, you're going to turn on any settings, it's going to show an ad. After that, there are a lot of paid watch faces in the popular dial section, and you'll either have to activate the membership to get access to all of them, or you'll have to purchase each of the watch face you like for around 99 cents. Then, as I mentioned earlier, it can also not sync with Apple Health or Strava. And now let's talk about a few good things. In the notifications, we have the other option, which means even if an application isn't listed here, it can still show you the notifications for it. And if you go to settings and notify, you can also turn on the notification bright screen option, so that whenever you receive a new notification, it's going to wake up the display and show a banner prompt here. Here's how the notification looks like. After that, in the notifications, you can also scroll down a bit, and it also shows some of the mainly used emojis. You will be noticing this reply button here, so it's going to turn on the voice assistant on your smartphone, and then you can record your reply and send it to the next person. If you go to settings and sound and touch and turn on this message tone option, then whenever you will receive a new notification, it will also play a ringtone on the smartwatch. It also comes with the red dot alert for unread notifications. If you do not have the notification bright screen option turned on and you wake up the display manually, then it's going to show the application icon like this, which is also an option in the Apple Watch. After that, we also have the Bluetooth calling option, by which you can call anyone directly from the smartwatch. You can also receive calls directly on it. It rings as well as vibrates and also shows the name of the caller without syncing the contacts. Just to mention, currently I'm using an iPhone. After accepting the call, you can mute it from here, adjust the volume level from here, and also transfer the call to the smartphone from here. You can also receive WhatsApp calls on it, but unfortunately it does not show the name of the caller on the WhatsApp calls. If you scroll down in the settings, we have the gestures option here, and when it is enabled, you can use the wrist gesture to accept the calls. We also get the My QR code and the wallet option, by which you can save the QR codes of different social and payment applications, and anyone can scan the QR code to directly pay you. Then we have the taking pictures option, which also supports live preview. You can also flip the camera from here, and its refresh rate is quite good, as you can see. We also get the network sharing option in the smartwatch, by which you can share your smartphone's internet connection with the smartwatch. Using this option, you can use all of these applications showing the antenna icon next to them. So we have the AI robot here. You can either have a text message conversation with it here, otherwise you can tap here and start a call with it. Then we have the app market. You can install a lot of smart applications directly here. You can also use the smartphone for it. Here we have the application market option in the Wayfit Pro. Then we have the dial market. You can install some of the free watch faces directly from here. Although the network sharing is quite slow and it does not work every time. And then we get the game market option. Once again, you can install games directly from here. And you can also do that directly in the Wayfit Pro application. I would actually prefer the Wayfit Pro application because the network sharing is a failure most of the time and it does not work. The smartwatch also features local storage, by which you can add songs, pictures and ebooks. You can transfer all of the data using the Wayfit Pro application. We have the photo album, ebook and local music option here. So here's the music application. As far as I have checked, depending on the music file, you can add around 10 songs in it. If you go back and go here, then we have the Bluetooth headset option, by which you can connect to your wireless earphones and listen to the songs stored on the smartwatch directly on them. Then we have the photo album, by which you can add only 6 pictures here. You can choose either of them, then tap here and set as watch face, and it's going to set that picture as your custom watch face. Since TXT files do not take a lot of space, so you can store a lot of TXT files in it. And then we have the voice memo option, by which you can record sound directly on it, and later the sound can be imported in the Wayfit Pro application, from where you can save it to the files or share it on other applications. In the end, it comes with a lot of utility applications. First of all, you can add alarms directly in it. So let's add one. I'm gonna set it to 627 and now it's turned on. Unfortunately, you cannot change the ringtone. So here's how the alarm is shown. It rings as well as vibrates. Here we have the stop and the snooze option. The alarm continued to ring even though I had the mute mode turned on. And if you go back to settings, here you can see that I had set the media volume to 0. Then using the music application, you can also control the media playing on the device. You will have to select mobile music for it. and then you will be able to control the media playing on the device. If the media is playing on the smartphone but the sound is being played on the smartwatch, just go to settings and here scroll down to sound and touch and make sure media audio is disabled. After that we have the calendar option. Unfortunately, you cannot add events or reminders. You can only take a look at the calendar for the upcoming and the previous months. Then we have timer. So let's set a timer for 1 second. It only vibrates once and does not ring, which can easily go unnoticed. Then we have calculator. So the basic functionalities like multiplication, division, subtraction and addition are working fine. Even if you multiply it with a percentage value, it shows correct answer. But if you're going to add a specific percentage value in it, it's going to show incorrect answer. And here we have stopwatch. You can start it from here. We have different interfaces. You can also add a lot of laps, but unfortunately as soon as you go back, it's going to reset the stopwatch to 0. And here we have the remote control application to control the TikTok videos. In the end, talking about the battery life, looking at its size, I wasn't expecting a lot from it, but still, if you are going to use it for the always on display only, it's going to give you around 1.5 days of battery life. If you talk about continuous usage, then I have been working on this video for about 50 minutes now, in which it has lost 29% of the battery, which equals to 1% almost every 2 minutes. So the battery timing on the regular usage is not so good, and if you are continuously interacting with the smartwatch, then it's probably going to give you around 4 hours of battery life. But if it's on your wrist and you're using the wrist wake gestures and the other options normally, then it can give you around a day of battery life. And without the always on display, it can last around 2 to 3 days easily. So guys, that's all from today's video. What did you think about it? In my opinion, it's a quite good smartwatch for everyone who does not want a big smartwatch on their wrist and want a decent look. It has a very small size. It comes in only 41mm size. It is mostly purchased by ladies or for the kids, but if you are a guy with a skinny wrist like me, then it's a great product for you too. To place an order, you can find the purchase link in the description box below, and I would really appreciate if you can use that link while purchasing. For the upcoming videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I will see you in the next one.